I've got Dizzy out and she's getting ready to head home, so I wanted to put a little bit on tape, show you where she finished up at. She's still got some confidence issues, and I think it's just due to the fact that she's been really worked very well. She knows the commands very well, but it's just because of the isolation of being just worked at the house. So my recommendation is Saturday classes obviously are going to be key. Trying to get her out and maybe go for a block walk, get her out and just do the block and go down to the end of the block and back, that sort of thing. And then start going around the park. I mean, that park's big, so you don't want to go necessarily right away. You want to start kind of small and build up to that. And we're going to work on the issue with her at the house. Leave it. Dizzy. Okay, come on. Leave it. Place. I'm going to show you how to work the issue at the house with the aggressive dogs, so that when you meet somebody going down the street, you don't have hopefully as much of a problem as you did. And I think getting her away from the yard is key to that. She may be a little aggressive in the yard at first, but I think the more she kind of gets around and, sees other people and other dogs and doesn't react to it, the better she'll get even at the house. Hey, Diz, want to go? Okay, let's go. Hey, good. Stay. Command-wise, she was good. That was horrible. As I say, command-wise, she was good, and she just does what I don't want her to do. That wasn't right. Sit. Good. She was good. Stay. Some of the things that she didn't, like tightening up. The tug is not a correction. A tug is sit back into it, let me kind of help you, guide you, and stuff like that. So if I'm doing a sit stay and there's nothing else around, I may be 2 houses down and I don't see anything in the neighborhood, I'll go all the way out to the end of the leash. I would not do a sit stay at the end of the leash if I saw something around that I think was going to be a very big distraction to her. That sit and stay would be right here. Good girl. Good. And I do some tugging and some pulling and some talking, so she just has to sit there and sit into it. Remember, the key to stay is the release command. It's that release. So you want to go back to her side because you don't want her come running across to you. You want to make that release controlled. No. Especially with her and her nippy. Good. Easy. Hey, I've still got it because you didn't do it easy. Good. She still takes her teeth kind of across, but at least at this point, she's just kind of going across my hand. Sit. I gave you the treat. All right, let's go. Hey, pay attention. Dizzy, sit. No. Good. Let's go. Turns are for attention. She's not paying attention. Good. Pay attention to me. Left turns are knee work. Back. Good. You want to make sure that she's paying attention. Dizzy. Sit. Good. Stay. No. I think some of it is attention because she does get a little nervous when she's outside of a familiar territory. She's kind of doing some traffic watching. Stay. Some of that stuff, but she still should solid up for you. All the way back to her side. Wait. Okay, good girl. It's in my hand. Good. Let's go. Hurry. Come on, hurry. Yeah. You paying attention? Oh, almost got you. Easy. Good girl. Okay. Good. Oh, awesome. That was a good sit. Whoops. That was a freebie. So I've used a lot of the Get It Come games as games with her because she needs to get over some of the things that made her nervous. So we did a lot of it. Get it? Dizzy, come. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Get it. Hurry. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. Come. Hurry. Get it. Dizzy, come. Well, you got that one down too fast, didn't you? Good. Can you try it again? Get it. Dizzy, come. Get it. Dizzy, come. Get it. Dizzy, come. Look at her. She's not worried about anything. That traffic could be going right past her and she wouldn't even pay attention. No. Good. Get it. Dizzy, come. Come. Come, come, come. What are you supposed to do? There it is. Good. Good. Ho, ho, ho. All right. Place. Place is something we'll probably only ever use for her in class. I'm not positive if they have beds in the house that they go and lay down on and everybody has their own bed. If that's the case, that's what this is. If it's not and everybody just kind of has their own spot to hang out in the house, then I wouldn't necessarily worry about working place at home. You can work it in class. It's something that's good for dogs that have a lot of problems staying still in the house. Maybe they're pacers or stuff like that. Okay, get it. Dizzy, place. But since you have two other large pups in the house, that may not be an option. Sit down. But I like to teach them place anyways. I think it's something that's very usable, for training purposes, but maybe not all the time in a home environment, depending on what you're doing. So overall, she's done really well. I'm going to have Sammy come out in just a minute. We're going to work with another dog out here and kind of go through that with you a little bit on how to make sure that she's behaving and stuff like that with other dogs around. But so far, so good. Okay, round two with Dizzy, and this is a little bit about how you work with a dog that is excited to see another dog. I think the aggressive part is mainly in her yard. Out here, she's been excited to see other dogs. It's like she wants to go play and meet and do stuff like that. She's just too big of a dog to pull you down the street to go see another dog, regardless of whether it's for play or for anything else, and that's just a situation people have to control. And when you've got a big dog like Izzy, it's one of those things, Dizzy, you've got to really kind of control the situation, No, I really don't want her greeting other dogs, or maybe if I do, it's somebody that I really know. My daughter's dog wants to come over and maybe we get those out and wrestle or something like that. But I'd be really cautious. She is a very big dog. And as you said, people are going to be a little bit afraid of her. So we don't want to make that fear, in them, because then it transfers to you and then down to her. So this is kind of what I recommend. Come on, Diz. Now what I'm going to do is start with a sit, stay. Sit. Good girl. And we're going to do some walking back and forth. Pay attention to me right here. Go ahead, Sammy. And Dizzy's going to get to see that there's another pup right in front of her that's going to go back and forth, and she's just going to have to sit there and be good. Good girl. There's no redirection training, nothing else that happens with that, as far as that goes. Okay, go ahead and bring her over camera direction this way and put her on a sit. Bring her in towards the camera so that we can see you, so I don't go off camera. Right about there will be good. Now the next situation is that Dizzy needs to learn to walk around other people and other dogs and not react. Okay, let's go. So I start with me on the inside. Let's go, hurry. Good. We go all the way around. Now we're going to do about turn and get a little bit tougher. No. Good girl. Good. Sit. Dizzy. Sit. Good job. Stay. So now Sammy's going to do that, and I'm going to actually do a sit, stay, and do some redirection. I've got some treats. Good girl. No. Good. No. Good. When she looks at me, she gets the treat. This is what we do in class. We want to redirect that attention back to us. Good. Good job. Good. All right, just take her, Katie, on out that way. Good girl. Good. And we'll actually do some healings, dog to dog, that sort of thing in class. So out here, that progress has made quite a bit of difference. You know, she understands, no, she can't move. No, you're not going to do it until I release you, that sort of thing. And so we were waiting on, you know, all of those things to kind of come into play before we started adding the other pup and making those big distractions. But at this point, I think that it is controllable. I'd like to see us control it in class before you take too many big walks around the neighborhood. And then I think you'll feel a little more comfortable taking her out, you know, and in the neighborhood and walking her and knowing how to control it when situations arise. But we've done really well. We're going to give her a bath, get her all cleaned up, and we'll see how she does when you get here.